Hello guys, these are some more memory based questions which I got. So this is related to math. For the function f equal to fx equal to x minus cos x, find the solution of this function using Newton-Raphson method, taking initial guess at x equal to 0.5 radian. Okay, so this 0.5 is your radian, okay, because it involves x and also cos x. So you need to take care of this. So according to Newton-Raphson method, xn plus 1 equal to xn minus fxn by divided by f dash xn. So this is the thing which I have put here. And next thing, while doing the calculation, you have to put 0.5 in the radian. Okay, so this point you should take care, and this will the answer will be it is left to you to calculate. Okay. Next, single crystal blades of turbines are made by which method? So, is it investment, directional, or forging or rolling? I don't remember exactly that C and D was the option as people have suggested, but the correct answer will be option B, that is directional solidification. With the help of directional solidification, what happens? We try to grow one crystal in a particular direction. Okay, like you see, there are different dendrites which are formed while cooling. So each dendrite will act as a single crystal. So if you want like that, these dendrites should only grow, okay, then you can do this. Okay, so for that purpose we need to supply heat, and we need to manage such that this always keeps on growing, right? Okay, next, fraction of pro-eutectoid ferrite in 0.6 weight percent steel cooling slowly from 900 degrees centigrade. Take eutectoid composition as 0.88% and maximum solubility of carbon. Okay, so the timeline will be AB. Fine. So fraction of pro-eutectoid means, since alpha is in the left side, so it will be from right divided by this total length of the tie line, that will be CB by AB. So 0.8 minus 0.6 by 0.8 minus 0.025. So answer will be 0.258. Next, nickel sample develops 2 gram thick layer of oxide in 400 minutes. What will be the layers developed in 1600 minutes? Weight deposited is directly proportional to square root of them. So it made very easy, because this concept has already been given in the question only. Okay, otherwise we should remember that weight of the oxide will be directly proportional to its time. Or there is one more concept, that is the amount of thickness. Okay, so thickness, like suppose this is your metal, and these are oxides, right? So the weight of this divided by this area is directly proportional to square root of time. Okay, now if someone asks about the thickness of this oxide, so that is also directly proportional to square root of t. Okay, because as the thickness will grow, the weight will also grow. So these two are very similar. So if you do this calculation, then it will be the answer. Next, center crack is 80 by pi mm. Calculate allowable yield strength in MPa. Okay, so now suppose you have a material and the center crack, it is given as 80 by pi. So we know the center crack, we take the length as 2c, right? So 2c is equal to 80 by pi. So c will be 40 by pi. So now you need to put this in the value, put these values in the equation, and you will get the answer. Okay, which element in BOF removed first? So this is a very good question, and it has been asked in earlier gate also, right? So the correct option will be silicon. Silicon is the first element which gets oxidized. The next, this in plane strain condition. Plane strain, that means strain is in two directions. So that's why this strain in this z direction is given as 0. So sigma xx, sigma yy, both are equal. Okay, Poisson ratio 0.3. Calculate ratio of sigma zz by sigma xs. Right. So guys, during a plane strain condition, we need to remember the formula that the direction in which there is no strain, but there is a stress. There is a stress, but being in the stress also there is no any strain. So the stress value is, so since the strain is not in the z direction, so the sigma zz will be equal to mu times of sigma xx plus sigma y. Now next thing, it is given that sigma xx and sigma yy are equal. So can we write it as 2 times of sigma xx? So now if you do this calculation, then ratio will be 0.6. Okay, fine. Next, what is the ratio of octahedral void? What is the radius of octahedral void? So here it should be radius, or I don't know, means people are also not sure whether it was asked radius or size, but okay, I am considering as radius. So radius of octahedral void, which can be accommodated in BCC iron with atomic radius of iron 0.124 nanometer. So R by R ratio you need to remember, or you can do the calculation also, right? If you don't remember this formula, then you can do calculation also, easy calculation. So R by R equal to 0.155. So R equal to the. So if the question asks that what is the radius, then it is fine. But if it asks what is the size, so size means this complete size of this position, this void. So it will be the diameter, right? The size of a particle is equal to the diameter, right? And for those who forget this formula, like R by R ratio, now just see here, we know it is a BCC. It is given, fine. These are the atoms. And where do we find the octahedral void? We find at the center of this phase, right? So once we find at the center of the phase, so see here, there is a octahedral void. It has got some diameter. Then this is a body center atom. So next over here also there will be one body center atom, right? So we will just match this, and this will be your octahedral void, right? So if you see this complete size, complete length, right? So this will be how much? Because you see these three will be in contact, right? These three will be in contact, but these atoms will have some amount of gap in between, because this is a BCC one, right? So the phase atoms are not in contact. That's why we will take this length, okay, this length. So this length will be 2 times of R plus a small r, that will be equal to your A. Fine, because here it is A by 2 and top over it will be A by 2. So R by R is equal to A by 2. And what is the relation between A and capital R? So it is 4R is equal to root 3A. So A is equal to 4R by root 3. So 4R by root 3 into 2. So it will be 2R by root 3. So R minus 2 by root 3 means R1 minus 2 by root 3. Okay, so it will be R is equal to R 2 by root 3 minus 1. Okay, so 2 by root 3 minus 1, it is how much? Calculate. It is 0.154. So this R by R will be equal to 0.15. This is simple. Okay, so guys, it happens that sometimes you forget this relation, but it is very preferred that you remember this. But if you forget, then also you can calculate easily. Okay, Now, next is first peak of a FCC material is at a Bragg angle of 30 degree. Calculate angle for second peak. Okay, for second peak. So for the first peak, what is the condition? H square plus K square plus L square equal to 3. Then second peak, it will be 4. So this lambda is equal to 2a by H square plus K square plus L square root into sine theta. This is the formula. So we'll just put this two and we'll get the answer, right? So guys, these were the questions. So hope this may benefit and also be connected. Thank you.